what to do in the acute phase of things. We're talking within the first 7 days of the injury happening. I think the conventional wisdom for a long time was the RICE method, the rest, ice, compression, and elevation method. But actually that has been replaced by a new system called Peace and Love. And the main difference between the two, between RICE and between Peace and Love, is that RICE focuses more on passive modalities in the beginning, whereas Peace and Love focuses more on graded exposure and active recovery, as opposed to just completely resting in the initial phases. So to go through the Peace part, which is the acute part of it, so protection is the P. So you definitely, even though this is a little bit more on the active side of things as far as a recovery plan, you still need to protect the area, not push through pain, not move too much in the initial stages, respect what your body's telling you as far as what you can and can't handle. Elevation is still on there, which will help with any swelling that's going on. A little bit more of a new one is avoid anti-inflammatories. So for the most part, what the thought process is on that is that inflammation is a part of healing. So even though it might get the pain down a little bit initially, you still want inflammation to be happening as part of the healing process. Compression. So compression is still on there. So I know there's a couple products out there that give icing compression. There's any number of sleeves that are out there just to try to get compression on the area to assist with swelling. And then as far as education, so kind of like what we're doing here with educating the methods behind what the most current rehab processes are, and kind of painting the picture for the person from point A to point B, what you're going to be doing so that they have buy-in to the treatment plan. And then now, once we're past the point of the acute phase, so we're past the first 7 days, feeling a little bit better, but not quite sure what to do as far as progressing your movements, progressing your exercises, that's when the principles of the love component of the protocol come into play. So our first one is load. So making sure that we are loading the area, loading the tissue, but doing it in a way that's gradual and doing it in a way that's going to produce progression and not set the person back. The O is optimism. So in some of my blog posts, I kind of describe the words that we use with patients, so making sure that we're always keeping a positive attitude, making sure that we're guiding them through each step of the process, connecting each step of the process to the end goal, and making sure that the person is as comfortable as possible in what they're doing and knowing why they're doing what they're doing as far as how it relates to return to their sport. The V is vascularization, and I kind of pair that together with exercise because the best way to promote circulation is going to be movement, right? So the exercise component also comes into the load component. These all kind of go in together into what happens in the rehab process, where we're taking a person from their evaluation, figuring out what they can do, and gradually progressing them through stages in the process until they're able to go back to their activity.